Hi everyone, my name is Tiffany Marino again, and I would like to respond to our opponents' statements that they have made. And so to begin, Roman stated that the death penalty would save money, and that, so in his section that it would save money, he said that the use of the death penalty would, you would lose the deal, or you would lose the plea. Sorry, let me just go to another one. Okay, so he says that the information of the cost of the death penalty is inaccurate, but although it may be roughly inaccurate, it will always be more expensive and leave a greater strain on the American taxpayers. And next he says the fear of the death penalty will deter crime in potential criminals, but there's no way to gauge this. Murderers are often aggravated, from different situations. Say it's escalated from the robbery, or they're acting on emotion. And so when they're in this like heinous crime act, they probably won't think about what the consequence is. They're just in that moment, and their mental space will not go to what's going to happen to me after this. So next, he stated that the homicide, or that the lethal injection is clean, humane, and safe. And I would like to bring up again that there are botched injections of the lethal injection that lead to pain and suffering that is unintended, but unfortunately it does happen, so it can't be pushed aside like it doesn't. And so the non-standardized executions can lead to various and unstable results in whether a criminal is in pain or not during their execution. And next, Jocelyn brought up that there's no in-between for life in prison and capital punishment, but there's solitary confinement, and so this way there is not like a one-for-all kind of prosecution for these criminals. And next she said that the death penalty is good for prison space, and she goes into that. And so I would like to point out that the death row represents a very small portion of the people in prison, and so to keep up the death penalty would not do anything for the prison population. And then she also brings up that solitary confinement is immoral, but then you have to ask the question of which is worse, killing someone or not letting them, but just like having them live out the rest of their lives, thinking about what they did and not being able to live any kind of life that is desirable in any way, shape, or form. So next she says that it's unfair to have the same punishment for different crimes, but I'd like to say that two wrongs does not make a right. We are, like my partner said, we are not an eye for an eye country, and we don't want to project that. And next, new prisons are, and she says that new prisons are not the answer, but I would also like to state that this is not our claim. Our claim was that we would like increase prison security and crime deterrent effects, such as ones that she was stating in her speech, that to start at the beginning, or where people are entering at the larger rates at just like smaller crimes, and focus there for crime deterrent effects. And that concludes my speech.